So, I got a Talisman for my Potez 631 at the end of the same battle in which I spaded out my Potez 631, as you can see between these two screens. Now, ordinarily that would have been a, oh, of course, kind of moment, but in this case it wasn't actually that bad, because it turns out that the Potez 631 can research anything up through Tier 3. So essentially, I got a treasure chest, premium Tier 2 aircraft for the French lineup that can research everything through Tier 3, so not actually that bad. Now, it's not exactly my favorite French aircraft because it's a bit pokey and it's sees HE-100s that can outrun it and basically choose to engage or disengage at will against the 631, but at the same time, a lot of the things you see in these battles are also well within your capability to destroy, so. As you'll see coming up here, in this battle from 21 November 2017, where we see a bit of a interesting enemy lineup, so you don't really see Japan too much in the French lineup, at least. Well, I should say that I haven't seen them very much because I really haven't played my French aircraft very much at all. But I haven't encountered the Japanese very much in those battles. And the first enemy that I'm going to encounter here and actually go after is going to be a Japanese plane, so. There he is. He's spotted off in the background. And as you can see, the 631 just kind of doesn't really have the best top speed you could hope for, but the 631 at least is greatly improved over the 630 with the 6 machine guns out on the wings. The 2 cannons aren't too bad for the 630, but you run out of ammo really quickly. So while trying to decide who to go after first, should I make a dive on the Ju-88 or the HE-100 down low, decided, well, let's see if I got the power to make a pull-up shot on this B5N2. Figured I was going to stall out and not have a shot at him, but actually got a really good hit on his wings and took his wing off, which I did not expect to happen. So there was my first. This was the very next battle after getting the Talisman, by the way. And we've got 2 poor little teammates here surrounded by at least a 2-to-1 ratio of enemies. Not good for them, so I'm going to get down there and do whatever I can to try and help them. She can move in a dive, there is that. If you can get a dive on an HE-100, you can be fast enough to take him out. Although, if he pulls a maneuver like that, it's going to be awfully hard to keep up with it in the 631. Now this guy right here, the F2A3, he was an interesting character in this battle. Watch for him again here. That was him again. Caught that KI-41 in a low energy state, thankfully, and finished him off. There's another one for him. He was kind of all over the place here. So I'm fairly well damaged, I've got no cannon ammo left, and I'm low on machine gun ammo, so essentially this battle's going to end up kind of being over for me after this point. I'm going to make a couple of strafing runs on these armored cars on my way back home to the base, but that's really kind of it for this battle. For me, anyways. You can keep watching for that F2A3 to continue on his rampage he's on. I wasn't really a fan of his extremely close support that he was giving me, but he never did actually run into me or hit me with any machine gun fire. So I guess it worked out, and he ends up with quite a few enemy air kills, as you'll see at the end of the battle here. But at any rate, the Potez 631's not really that bad. It doesn't really lend itself. It's not going to probably be the world's best ground support type aircraft for tank battles once the French tanks start out, with only very small bombs and only 2 of them, but it shouldn't be too bad for, at least for me to get all the way up to tier 4 with it. Yeah, with the Talisman I have on it, so essentially a researching premium now. And I can get all the way through tier 3 and end up starting my research into tier 4, and that's actually not that bad. Considering it was a free Talisman, it's hard to argue. So you can see there are 3 enemies left, and our F2A3 has got 3 kills. Well, guess how this is going to end. Dude is crazy with that thing. Of course, with my French tree, I'm really waiting to get to the AD4. That's what I'm most looking forward to. So really, there's not much else that's going to happen in this battle as far as my aircraft is concerned, so you guys can skip ahead to the end if you'd like to see the battle results. But I seem to get 2 kills and multiple assists with the 631 almost every single battle that I fly it out, which is really good considering that I've got the Talisman for it. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting an ace battle in it, but the 7.5mm machine guns don't really do a overworldly amount of damage. And there's the 4th kill for our Brazilian friend and his buffalo there. So the cannons are pretty good, and the machine guns are actually not bad at all, but it's kind of deceptive. You think you have a ton of ammo in this thing, and then your machine guns, since there's 6 of them, they fire the ammo off pretty quickly. As we bring her back into a gliding landing here. I didn't have a lot of French aircraft content on the channel, so I wanted to get some out, and once I got the Talisman for this, it was kind of a no-brainer. Just ride her along on the left main until the right main finishes coming down all the way, and then we'll gently touch her down on both mains. Kind of a funny landing. And there's another kill for our F2A. And that'll be the end of the battle, and he has 6 kills now. There were 3 enemy planes left, and he had 3 kills, and then he finished all 3 of them off. He came awfully close to running into me a couple times, but he never really did, so I guess there's nothing really to complain about. Just he was awfully close a couple times. I mean, he flew real close to me. But you can't really argue with his results, I suppose. And you can't really argue with 8,684 research either. So that'll do for today. I look forward to getting a little farther into my French tree and hopefully bringing you guys some good French air battles. And then, of course, French tanks will come along eventually, and you can be sure I will be tanking it up like crazy with the French tanks. So thank you all for stopping by, checking this one out. I look forward to bringing you some slightly more exciting footage as well, but we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody, and take care.